Hey, it's me, Dr. Kopcha, again, and I wanted to take a minute to walk you through the second level task that's associated with Edit 6150. It shouldn't take very long, and it should be pretty fun. You have already completed the first task, which introduced you briefly to three different areas of the course. The first being educational gaming, the second being Web 2.0, and the third being mobile. And sometimes those overlap. Sometimes you have a mobile app that's also an educational game, or that can be gamified, like Kahoot, or something like that. So the goal here now is in level 2, which we call affectionately Newberty. You're no longer a noob, you're a Newberty. The goal here is to have you actually pick from some of what you discovered from task 1 and what you know is out there in the world and critique some of those. I want you narrowing in though. I don't want you to cover all 3 categories. What I want you to do is select 2 of the 3 categories that interest you the most. So it might be educational gaming and some Web 2.0 stuff like Google Suite or something like that. I want a total of 6 tools. That means 3 tools per topic. So you're going to pick 2 topic areas and you're going to find 3 things within each. They need to help you learn anything that you can do better than you do it now, or your students that they can do better than they can do now. Use it over the period of a week with the intention of critically assessing each of them for their value. And then for each tool, I want you to take a screenshot or a digital photo of you using the tool and create a 150-word reflection. And I've got it right here, the things that you need to do. What was the app and purpose of that app? What were the most significant features? How did it help improve your own life, your own learning, students' learning? It can be anything you want. I mean, it can literally be something for your own life. Maybe you've always wanted to start using all recipes. Use it. That's a great example of Web 2.0 that we use as adults all the time. If you don't want to focus on you and your learning, you can focus on student learning. Pick something you've always wanted to try. You've wanted to try Kahoot. You've wanted to try Plickers, right? The Plickers thing. Whatever it is, try it. Play with it a little bit, dabble a little bit. You don't have to go too deep in, but I want enough for you to be able to talk about, well, here's what I think it would do, and here's my critique. Here's some limitations that I think are going to happen by using this. Okay? It's a highly self-directed and personalized activity, so it's difficult to provide resources. What I can show you is what the final product ought to look like, and if you do exactly what this exemplar looks like, you'll be doing great. If you didn't know, to find the exemplars, you can visit the course schedule here and drop down this menu, and you will see exemplars right here. And there is a level 2 example, and that looks like this. So you can see what this person did. They took a screenshot, that's not actually a video, and they played around with Google Sites for a week. Google Sites is an easy website creation tool. Here's the advantages. Here's my limitations and critique down here, right? Really, it's the same complaint I have with Apple, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's it. It's that brief. You play with it, you summarize it, you critique it. Again, the 4 things you're critiquing are right here. Well, actually, the 4 things you're producing are right here. What app did you do? Why? What's the most significant features? How did it help improve something for you? Whether it's teaching or personal, I'm not particular. Critique the tool. What are the limitations? What are some future recommendations that you might have? 150 words, all right? It's brief, it's a touch point. Because what you're going to find is that when the time comes for level 3, let me do this. You'll see how 3 builds off of 2. And if you're thinking ahead, you can actually start in level 2 with something of interest and build it into level 3. For level 3, you're going to demonstrate and justify the use of one of the tools that you found, unless you hated them all and you can find a new one. But you're going to pick one trend, pick gaming or Web 2.0 or mobile. Okay? So you can see how we're doing this. In level 2, it was 2 of the 3 areas, and now it's just 1 of the 3 areas. I want you to dive deep into a tool. I also want you to focus on how that learning might improve through the tool by justifying your thinking through 4 to 5 scholarly articles. Okay? Now here's where it gets even more interesting for level 3. I don't want a written report. I want a presentation. I know. So you can see I'm using Screencast-O-Matic, which is super easy to use. I recommend it. If I remember, it has a limit. Like the free version has some limits to it that you'll have to work around. But it's a really great tool, and you can do a picture-in-picture, which I also really enjoy. But you could make it more simple than that. You could use QuickTime, if you have QuickTime. You could have a video. There's ways, like I've used Photo Booth in the corner, just the camera. You don't have to have a video, but I want a presentation. And I want a presentation that is not just slide after slide of text. I want images. You can insert a video of you doing something, which would be really great. But I want a demonstration, 10 minutes maximum. Okay. If you come in under 7 minutes, it's probably not long enough, but if you go over 10, it's too long. And you can see here, I've laid it out for you, what we're looking for. You introduce the tool. What is it? What are the major features? Demonstrate the functionality. And I just want to point out again, this is level 3, and I'm explaining how it builds off or from level 2. In level 2, you found 6 different things and you dabbled in them. In level 3, you pick one and you really go deep. What's the tool? What's the functionality that interested you? Discuss how it could enhance learning based on your readings. You have to do some readings here, some scholarly readings, and do some referencing of those readings. Demonstrate a real example. Show us how you would use that tool. So if you're doing Kahoot, for example, walk us through, show us what you would do in Kahoot, all right? And critique the tool from the perspective of the 4 C's. Where's the opportunity for creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, and I can't remember the last C. Oh my God. That's what happens when you're on the spot. But yeah, do it in the context of the 4 C's. Creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, and I still can't remember. Communication, maybe? Please do not make this 10 minutes of text-filled PowerPoint slides, okay? Your work will be judged on the degree that it meets the requirements. Again, if you go back to the main website and you go to the exemplars, you can see a really good one. Clogging by Brad Ellis. It was choral blogging that he played around with, and it's pretty awesome. And he even then used that in level 4. And so you can see how, if you strategize, you can pick one tool that you're really interested in.
EDIT 6150. My name is Brad Ellis.
You can pick one tool and just carry it through and through and through. And so I'm not going to play this whole video. I mean, he's got some text here, but then you can see he really quickly goes into showing and using images and using quotes from his scholarly readings to justify what he's talking about. Okay? And so it's a little text heavy, but overall he did a great job balancing showing what you might do and then justifying it through the literature and talking us through, well, what is choral blogging? What's the thinking behind it? Where's the research that would support it? What would it look like if I were to do it? Okay? So that is, that's 2 and 3 put together. And I wanted to put them together because you could build them into each other. Of the 6 things you do for the level 2 task, which is right here, of those 6 things in the 2 topic areas, when we narrow it down for the level 3 task, you could pick one of those things and really dive deep into it. Now, as for the readings, You're probably wondering where those are. You don't have to find them unless you want to, but I've provided a pretty healthy set of readings as part of the website. All right, some of these are online, and some of these are more professional writing, more academic writing, but there's a nice blend here. All right. So use these. I've even separated some. Some are more generic, like some starting points of constructionism, constructivism, good technology integration practices, gaming readings, Web 2.0 readings, things like that. So pick ones that interest you. You need 4 to 5 of these readings, and you're going to integrate them into your web presentation. Email with any questions. Good luck.